Because school's closing down for the summer holidays, Storyliners has decided to go intellectual. And we've decided to kill two birds with one stone. Excuse the pun, but we've decided to introduce environmental awareness as well. So, our first stop, St. Mary's First School. St. Mary's First School have decided to keep the Leomena Award scheme as an annual tradition. First introduced to the school by the Parents Association, the idea is that children work on projects covering environmental issues, but are rewarded at the end of the year with awards. The scheme enjoys the full support of the Department of Education. Colin Skinner from the Parents Association talks to us of the man behind the scheme.
Well, I think most people know who Leomena was. He appeared many times on GBC in connection with his job as Environmental Health Officer. And most people know what a lot of hard work he did there. What they may not know is that he was also very active as a parent in the Parents Association here at St. Mary's. And in fact, when he died, he was actually the president. And it was felt as a huge loss by many people in Gibraltar, but particularly in our committee, because as a small, tight-knit committee, we felt the loss greatly, not least the sense of humour he always brought to our meetings. He was always a great live wire in the meetings, and the loss was huge. And we felt that we would like to do something which would honour his memory and preserve his name. And we felt that it would be appropriate if we did this on an environmental theme in connection with his job. So we consulted with Mrs. Whitwell and the staff here at St. Mary's, and they told us that in Years 2 and Years 3 they do topics which are part of the national curriculum on an environmental theme. In Years 2 they look at animals, in Year 3 they look at the local environment, our town. And so we decided that it would be a nice thing to do to institute an award which basically is just supporting what the teachers are already doing in school by encouraging the children to produce a project on the theme of, in Year 2, animals, and in Year 3, our town. And I think, as you've been looking around, you'll have seen the kind of variety and the quality of the work that they've managed to produce. Most of the work has in fact been done by the children themselves and the teachers. And in fact, one of the ideas we had also was that we would like the parents to be involved. And so it's been done partly in school, but also largely, in fact, at home, involving parents helping the children with their work, which we also think is a positive thing, to get the parents working with the children on something for school.
Each child has received a certificate today. How important is the encouragement side of things?
Well, very important. We feel that this is something that we can do, which is more closely related to the actual work the children are doing, and is supporting them in a way which we would like to do more, really, because most people who have been involved in parents' associations in their own children's schools will know that much of the time is dedicated to fundraising, to provide material and items for the school which the department doesn't provide, extra computers and things like that, which are all obviously very valid and useful things to be providing for the school and useful work that we can do to help the school. But we feel that, this is a concrete sign of the parents supporting the teachers and supporting our own children in the work that they're doing. And it provides that opportunity for parents, children and teachers to work together on something, to produce something which is, as you can see, highly worthwhile at the end of the day.
What place does environmental issues have within the schools?
Environmental education is a cross-curricular theme, and it is non-statutory. It is part of the national curriculum, but teachers have to plan to see where environmental education is going to happen. Traditionally, the subjects that tackle environmental education are geography and science in the main, but environmental education can occur through all subject areas.
What support is given by the department on environmental education?
In actual fact, the Department of Education run in-service sessions for all teachers in Gibraltar, in first schools, middle schools and secondary schools. And all teachers, notwithstanding their subject area or specialism, were given the opportunity of looking into their subject areas and and seeing where environmental education should happen. The person who ran these courses was Daniela Tilbury, and it was part of an environmental campaign to which Leo Mena and myself, or rather we were members of a committee, and part of our brief was to raise awareness in environmental issues, and we took in service into all our schools. So the support from the Department of Education has been substantial, and I think we are reaping the benefits of that at the moment, when you can see the wonderful projects that are being done by our children in our schools.
And the work continues, with a project to address environmental concerns at local level being launched on the Rock. The initiative, entitled Action Research for Sustainable Development, is being funded jointly by the Ministries of Education and the Environment and coordinated by Dr. Daniela Tilbury. And now a break from the norm at Bishop Fitzgerald School and Mufti Day. Antonia Gladstone, the headmistress there, explains that this is not a first for the school.
No, we had a Mufti Day about 4 or 5 years ago, and we enjoyed it as much as we're enjoying it today.
Okay, so stop. By this stage, you may be wondering what Mufti Day is. Well, for £1, the children could dress up in their party clothes, but with one condition. Teachers had to wear their school uniforms. Back to Prefect Gladstone.
I think it's cheaper for the students to come dressed as they wish. It cost me £2 to wear this lovely uniform.
Of course, it's all in aid of a good charity, isn't it?
Yes. It was really Mrs. Parral's idea. Since she joined my staff about a year ago, she's been going on about Mufti Day, and it came to fruition today. Really, I think it's for fun, primarily for fun. And we are giving everything to Rick, because Rick, as you know, chose Bishop Fitzgerald. We didn't choose a charity, it chose us.
So, and the teachers as well in uniform, as you've just said, how are they enjoying it?
Well, I think I speak for myself. The others can speak for themselves. I find it very comfortable to wear socks and flat shoes.
I think the children as well have decided to role play a bit and actually exchange roles. They think that they're the teachers for the day.
Well, we've had lots of jokes. I've had to sanction a couple of teachers. I've sent teachers to the back of the class and so on. Yes, we are enjoying it.
I think it's nice, it's excellent, not because everybody wears whatever they like and we feel more comfortable.
What about the teachers wearing the uniforms?
It's very nice because everybody, and Miss Parral is the one that looks the most cute of all.
So is it a question of ha ha ha, the teachers have to come in uniform?
Yes, because they always say to us, tuck your shirt in. Now we're telling tuck your shirt in.
It's a big step to be dressed like this, because the children look at you and stare at you thinking that you're weird and strange. But I think it's for a good cause, so I'll do anything really.
They deserve it, and they will always say, no, you're always
shouting and giving sanctions and detentions.
I feel it's very exciting.
And these pupils also have something to look forward to on their return in September, as will the pupils of Governors Meadow School. Works for additional buildings for the schools are going full speed ahead. Bishop Fitzgerald will boast 2 new blocks, one which will house 4 classrooms and the other for administration. The area currently being used for administration will accommodate 4 further classrooms. These are scheduled for completion on the 15th of August. Envisaging a higher catchment area with the addition of 2 new housing estates, Governors Meadow School will be equipped to take on up to 4 classes in each year, as opposed to the present 2. With these facilities, the school will be able to double the present intake. This has been achieved with Bishop Fitzgerald School's move into its new premises. The whole of Governor's Meadow School will be together for the first time in this area. A new block is also being built to house a hall, a staff room and classrooms for music and special needs. The completion date is the 29th of August. Both schools will be divided by a railing. And what do our elder students have planned for the summer holidays?
I'm going to the beach.
Well, I'll be going to the beach because I don't have to go to school or any homework, so be going to the beach, yeah.
I'll be going to dance and sort of been doing different things, going out, and then I'll be going to Aqua Park and the Tivoli, and maybe I'll go to a holiday for the summer.
I will go to Spain to stay in the beach, and I will be going to Tivoli World and Prado World.
I'll be going to Prado World and Aqua Park and be going to Marbella. And then in September I'll be going to America for 3 weeks.
I'll be going to Marbella, to Prado World, to Aqua Park, and I'll go to the beach with my friends, with my boyfriend. And I'll be going to the fair in September, and I'm gonna have a nice time.
Going to the beach, looking at the boys and swimming in the sea, you know?
As we don't have homework, I'll go to the beach. At night I will be going to community center on the Saturdays. We don't have school, okay, está bien.
I will be going to the beach with my friends, as there's no homework, as my friend said before, and I will be looking forward to go to Aqua Park.
I'll be going to Spain horse riding, going with my friends to the beach, or going to the campo in Spain, to the rivers there.
Going to the beach, and that's it, no? There's nothing else to do in Gib. No hay nada más.
Yo en el verano I'm going to
Spain.
go to Aqua Park, go to Spain.
Eso, I'm going to Spain most of the time.
Mira los niños, yo qué sé, what you do in the summer. Fijarte los niños, ya está.
It was Stephanie's birthday last week, so a very happy birthday to Stephanie, who's outside the school, longing for school to finish. What plans have you got?
I'm probably going to the beach with my friends, and I'll go to Spain with my parents and studying. I'll be studying mostly.
You can't wait to get to the beach. You've already got your bikini on, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm longing to go there.
This year's annual communion dress competition was held last week at the community centre. Organised by Gibraltar Associates, the competition is now in its 4th year. This dress, modelled by Natalie Callejon, is 20 years old. Used by mother and grandmother, it was still a winner 20 years later. The idea of communion dress competition is catching on more and more. Not only because it provides proud families with an evening of entertainment, but because of the expense involved. Some dresses can be as elaborate as that of a bride. This, particularly in Spain, has been the cause for controversy, with many arguing that the emphasis is on the dress and the celebrations, rather than on the occasion. But it's a day to remember, and every young lady likes to be a bride. The boys too enjoy dressing up in a suit and be smart for a day. Proving the nostalgia attached, 2 of the dresses modelled were 20 years old and another 35, the 3 having been used by 3 generations. In the girls section, the first runner-up was Francesca Hurtado and the second Maxime Lopez. Christopher Durante came first in the boys section. He was followed by Nathan Santos and Dylan Collado. Compared by Miss Gibraltar Samantha Lane, the show offered a variety of styles and ideas for those already thinking forward to a next Holy Communion Day. Staff members at GBC also make storyliners this week, after having attended a course on voice training and writing skills by Joanna Cross from the Commonwealth Broadcasting Association. At the end of the week, we were presented with certificates where the General Manager, George Vallarino, emphasised the importance of training.
I'd like to thank Joanna for coming out and running the course for us. It's a long time since we did a voice training and writing skills course. It's gone very well. I think we've all reaped tremendous benefits, and the station will be the better for it. Talking this morning about follow-ups, and we thought it might be worthwhile doing some sampling a few months up the road, sending her tapes for analysis, and then talking about doing some future training to measure our progress at a later date. And obviously over the weekend when Elizabeth Smith, the Secretary General, comes out from the Commonwealth Broadcasting, it's something we'll be including in the agenda. We're grateful to the Commonwealth Broadcasting Association that helped us put the course together. It wasn't easy finding a trainer. Joanna's experience and charm, and it's paid dividends. And on behalf of the CBA, Joanna would like to present some of our candidates, because 8 of us went through the course, with a certificate of attendance.
Well, thank you, George. Well, Christina, I'd like to give you your certificate, and I hope you got some value out of the course. Patrick, thank you for giving out some of your little time that you have over. James, well done. I really saw a big improvement. And Joe, thanks and for your support.
Thank you.
And Joanna leaves in about an hour's time.
Yeah.
And to our shame, she has not seen the apes or the upper rocks. So
that means I have to come back.
You have to come back.
Well, thank you. I've had a lovely time, and you've all made me feel, really, really welcome. And it's been really a pleasure to be here. Hasn't really felt like work.
Well, another annual event that was held last week was the League of Hospital Friends Coffee Morning. That took place at the convent, and speaking to us now is Vivian Canessa, the League Secretary.
The League of Hospital Friends was founded in 1969, and it was founded by Lady Begg. And the aim of the League is to raise funds for the local hospitals, St. Bernard's Hospital, the KG5 Psychiatric Unit, and the Health Centre. What we do is we provide items, rather than medical equipment, which the hospital authorities buy. We provide things like television sets, videos. We provide with quilt covers, maybe for the children's ward. Lately we decorated the new maternity ward. We bought curtains, did all the border for the nurseries. We buy things like socks for the elderly, bed socks, little items which make a difference for patients when they're in hospital.
Last week you held your coffee morning, which is your main fundraising activity really throughout the year. Who decides what the money is spent on? Who decides on the priorities?
Well, the committee meets once a month. We've got 2 ladies assigned to each ward. And that means they are in touch with the ward sisters all the time. And if they have any requests, they bring it up in the committee meeting. We all have a chat, decide whether we go ahead or not. And that is where the money goes to, really. So we put everything into a fund, if you like, and then we give it out as we see fit.
Vivian, talking of financial help, what about another sort of help, like for example visiting? Does the League do that as well?
Yes. We have a totally separate committee from the main committee, which we call the trolley girls, if you like.
I remember that from when I was having a baby.
And they go we have two girls, two ladies go once a week to the hospital. We have a trolley which we pass around with magazines and toiletries, free of charge. We visit every single ward. We chat to the patients, we see how they are, see if they need anything. We inevitably sometimes find we have tourists who have come in for the day maybe and they've had an accident or something and so have to stay in hospital. So we try and help them out. We also have an interpreter side of the committee and there's a lady in charge of that. If they need, say, a Russian interpreter, we find one for them. And that's how we come in on the sort of weekly getting in touch with the hospital.
How does that work out? Do you find that people are glad to see you, or do you find that some people just don't want to know, they don't want to be bothered?
No. In general, everybody's very pleased to see us. Sometimes they get, you have reservations whether we have to pay for a magazine or I haven't got any money or who are these two ladies, when it's sort of hours which are not visiting hours. But no, inevitably they are very pleased to see us, especially the patients who have been there for a long time, and they actually welcome the fact, and wait for the day that we arrive.
It's also very much a totally local charity. You're not affiliated to anybody anywhere else in the world.
No, that's right. Totally local. As I say, for the KG5, we do a lot for them as well, and for the health centre when they need anything, and for the St. Bernard's. That's the whole thing. That's all we do.
Well, Vivian, unfortunately, any of us could end up in hospital at any one given time. So what can the public do to help?
As you say, yes, everybody could end up in hospital, and if we are lucky not to, we've always got a family relative there, or we've always got somebody to visit. I don't think there's anybody in Gibraltar who hasn't visited the hospital. What can you do? Well, just keep in touch, maybe become members, and the subscription is not too much. It's only £3 a year. And donations are always welcome, and obviously support all these functions that we have whenever we have them.
What about magazines and books and things like that? Do you need those?
We do. We've got a stamp room actually. We collect stamps from all sorts of areas of Gibraltar, lots of offices and people. We've got Mr. John Pizarro, who runs a stamp room, which we have at the courtyard of the convent itself. And many people do come and leave magazines there or with the policeman, and then we collect them and take them up. The stamp room is run 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and we get lots of people who are stamp collectors who come in, have a look, buy them off us, and it's great fun. And that is also a little bit of an income that comes in to the league.
Well, once they come into the stamp room, they come rough, with excessive paper around it. We cut them and we put them for sale. We get people that collect stamps, they come to the conventria, and they buy them, tuppence per stamp. And then that money goes to the League of Hospital Friends.
Is it a booming business? Do people actually
come? Not really. We get money, but not that much money. No. But we do sell them. We send some to England too.
What about making pictures like the Girl Guides have done? Any idea in that?
No, not really.
Not by yourself, anyway.
Not by myself, no, that's right. We do send a lot to England. We've got people that buy from us, but it's not that big money. But we make some money out of it. We get it for nothing, and we make some money out of it. Thanks to the shops, and we get the banks and offices and lawyers and all that. I go and collect them once a month. Then we put them for sale.
Well, summer is here and it's time for dancing in the streets. Of course, every Saturday morning, courtesy of the Heineken and Gib Sun Club Parade. But before we go into that, Gibraltar Parties, opening its new main street. But of course, Gibraltar doesn't have to wait for the opening of its next street to enjoy a party. It doesn't even have to wait for National Week. Heineken and Gib Sun Club have made sure of this. Their summer parades continue every Saturday morning. First stop, of course, the sponsors at 41 Main Street. This week, the entertainment was left in the very capable hands of the Rook Volunteer Band, who made their way up Main Street, followed by the Gib Sun Club representatives, loaded with balloons to give away at the piazza. Loaned to the children to allow them to participate, and everyone's thirst was quenched. Once again, a good time was had by all. If you've missed it so far, join in the fun next Saturday at 11. Well, it's goodbye spring and hello summer, and it's also goodbye storyliners for this week at least. And to allow you more time on the beach, and so you don't miss your favourite programme, we're on at the later time of 9 o'clock. So don't forget, next Tuesday, 9 o'clock, and I'll see you then. Well, unfortunately, any of us could end up in hospital at any one time and your logo's just fallen down.
Cámara para el Open Day.
Desde luego.
¿Ahora qué hago? ¿Lo dejáis?
Sigue hablando porque lo estoy grabando todo.